2025 comes to a close and 2026 is about to start, well, tonight. So if you're watching this next year, Happy New Year's. Now let's talk some gacha games and some PC games and console games, shall we? First on the list, I would like to talk about Mongol Stardive. I have a feeling Mongol Stardive is going to be releasing fairly soon. Mongol Stardive is a monster collector game, so there's a bit more purpose to collecting monsters besides becoming artifacts. They actually become traits, and or you can dismantle them to use them as cooking materials, and or you can use them as monsters for minigames, and you get to play as the monster, which is pretty cool. Chasing Kaleido Riders. Chasing Kaleido Riders is probably one of my most anticipated gacha games. It's not the most. That will go on to the next game that I'll be talking about. But first, let's finish Chasing Kaleido Riders. What is Chasing Kaleido Riders? Chasing Kaleido Riders is an anime card game turn-based thing. It auto-attacks, so if you play games like Blue Archive, it's similar to that, as characters auto-attack, and as they auto-attack, fills up the meter. With that meter, you are allowed to use cards. Some cards are better than others. It's not a deck builder per se. It's a team builder, but not a deck builder, unlike ZZN. So you won't have to worry about that if you don't want to worry about that. But I gotta say, the most impressive thing out of this game is the characters, because of the presentation of how the story is told. This presentation is everything I've been searching for. Everything I've been wanting out of gacha games to do. Have a different presentation, have a different font for your presentation of your story, subtitles, and everything. Because right now, everything kind of feels like the same thing. Everyone's using the same font style, everyone's using the same resources, and it gets a little exhausting from time to time. So Chasing Kaleido Rider was definitely something I did not expect to enjoy as much as I did. As some of you may know, I am more of a ZZN guy and an Uma Musume guy, where I like to play my games for long periods of times. That should be a choice though. That should not be the way to play the game, if I have, in my honest opinion. But that should be a choice that we should be allowed to without consequences of capping us daily. We should be allowed to play the game for as long as we want. But that's a topic for a different day. Definitely looking forward to Chasing Kaleido Riders. It is super impressive, and I had a chance to try it out for its first beta, and for its first beta, it felt very complete. So we'll see when it comes out. I hope the PC beta is soon. I will keep you guys posted, of course. Without further ado, let's move on to the next game. Azure Bromelia. Oh my god. I've been talking about Azure Bromelia for pretty much a long time. I have been talking about this game to my friends, with my friends actually, I should say. I've been talking with my friends about this game for pretty much ever since they released the first trailer of it. You know, the one that had the gameplay that doesn't really exist on their channel anymore? I love the idea of the open world having more of a purpose besides being a checklist. I do not like open world games because they're open world. That's not the reason why I don't like them. I don't like them because they're checklist based. Even as console games, that's the same issue I run into. Open world games are not structured as open world, they're structured as checklists. And that's a huge problem for me. I would like a world to explore, at my own leisure of course, but I would like a world to explore that doesn't feel like I'm essentially doing just a checklist, and then past the checklist there's no purpose for you to go around doing anything. I don't like that. And Mongol Stardive, as I said, is coming close. That is not open world, that is instant based, meaning there is a small map for you to explore, and then you have to, teleport to another one. I know this is an Azure Bromelia section, but I'm talking about Mongol Stardive. Listen, they both kind of follow the same thing. All right, Azure Familia looks like an open world, but from what we've got to find out in the CN beta that I didn't get to play, Azure Familia isn't an open world. It seems like it's instant based like Mongol Stardive, but maybe with a bigger world, right? With a more open area that seems more open world-ish, with the purpose of collecting monsters. This game is going to be so lit. This game, listen, all right? I am a fan service guy. There is a reason why I moved to mobile games, because Sony started censoring everything before I had a PC, of course. And now I get to play fan service games as I please. And Azure Familia is just the right amount of fan service that I'm looking for while having an actual game experience. I love fan service games, but I actually need a game behind it too. Like I don't want just fan service and then not really have the game be fun. So Azure Familia, I am rooting the most for you. Please give us a freaking announcement of who is doing the global server. Please, already, please announce it. All I know is we pretty much have every region locked to a specific publisher except for NA, which is North America, which is us, which is me. And that kind of, you know, sucks. And I have an odd feeling that it might be Yostar, but that's just speculation and is just my gut speaking. And with that, that concludes the gacha portion of games. Now, let's move on to the next section. Code Vein 2. All right. As someone that really likes that gothic anime style, first of all, I love anime and I love character creations, but for the most part, I love gothic art styles. 25GI Miku, Luna from Punching Gray Raven, I love Black Rock Shooter, and I love the first Code Vein. Everything in there felt just right, just the right amount of colors, just the right amount of everything. Everything felt good, everything looked right. The only issue with Code Vein 1 was probably the locations, as I am going to mention in my next video that should be coming out on Friday. So please look forward to a video of me talking about the first Code Vein. Code Vein 2. It's a Souls-like game and it should be coming out soon. And by soon I mean like the end of the month. And by the end of the month I don't mean today. If you're watching this in December, I mean like January. So okay, so what is Code Vein? Code Vein is a Souls-like. Code Vein 2 is following that same trope, which is a Souls-like, or not trope, but gameplay. It is a Souls-like game that honestly has a little bit more to offer than what other Souls-likes probably have. It's a bit crazier as there is more moves, there is more skills. It almost feels more actiony than a Souls-like. I don't know how Code Vein 2 systems work yet, but I will let you know. I am looking forward to that character creation. I might have said that already, but you guys have no idea. I am blind here, alright, so I can't really draw, no matter how hard I try. But I am definitely looking forward to that character creation. Even if the game sucks, I'm pretty sure character creation is going to be the most amazing thing I'll ever get to do, or play, or try, whatever. Written for you, Code Vein. I love the previous art style. I do not know how I feel about the new one. So that's making me a little scared, but I'm still looking forward to it. Alright, moving on to the next game. Monster Hunter Stories 3. With the disappointment that was Monster Hunter Wilds, I am still looking forward to games that are Monster Hunter related. Whether it's stories, whether it's a new Monster Hunter, I really do like the Monster Hunter genre. I am a huge fan of Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. I still love that game. I even bought it on PC even though I already finished it on PlayStation. I played it a few times on stream, but very little. I'm playing that mostly on my off time, and I still love it. But what is Monster Hunter Stories 3? Monster Hunter Stories 3, if you guys played Pokemon, it's kind of like that. Man, I guess I do like that monster collecting and trading kind of systems, huh? I mean, we were just talking about Azure Familia and Mongol Stardive. So Monster Hunter Stories 3 is a turn-based game that kind of works as a rock, paper, scissors kind of system, where it's turn-based, where you have to select the opposite thing of or what is best of the current enemy that you are fighting. But there's a little bit more than that, as there is skills, there is tag team moves, there is mount moves, there is a lot of other systems that makes Monster Hunter Stories 3 stand out than most monster collecting games. And honestly, I had fun with the first one. I really enjoyed the second one, but the third one carries an art style that I'm all in for. I was okay with the first game looking that way, as the first game was a really old game. I think it was a 3DS game. And the second game, I didn't really pay attention to it much at first, but eventually I started noticing how big their heads are, even though it's a Nintendo Switch game, and I'm pretty sure they could make better, you know, looking models in terms of more normal proportion looking models. And now Monster Hunter Stories 3, I should say, is looking to be quite exactly what I've always wanted out of Monster Hunter Stories 3 to look like. And I am very excited to try it out. It is, if it isn't my most anticipated, it is one of them. There is one that I am super looking forward to trying this year that is considered my most anticipated game of the year, but that's not the next one. So what is next? Pragmata. Holy cow, this is the perfect mix of a game that looks like a AAA game, that tells a story like a AAA game, but that plays more like a third-party game or like an indie-ish game, which is such a beautiful mix. AAA games, I used to love them a lot. Not so much anymore. They don't really do anything special. They just copy each other now. They used to set up high bars for presentation, and not just presentation, but for gameplay too. I mean, at the time, we didn't really have anything like God of War, right? God of War was the first of its kind to do it, and then everyone else started doing it. AAA games were the thing that made other games try and copy them. Now, AAA games are the ones that are copying other things. But to be honest, they're actually copying themselves. Everything looks like a Last of Us now. Everything needs to be super high budget. And the gameplay gets diminished by a lot. And that's not cool. I would like a balance of both. And Pragmata is definitely seemed to be the right game for me. I am so excited for Pragmata. Oh my god, you guys have no idea. Pragmata is a third-person shooter. So just pretty much think of Last of Us or God of War, Resident Evil. It is a third-person shooter, but it has a little gimmick to it. And it's the hacking system. The hacking system works a little bit interesting, as you can't really, you know, touch the red ones or else it's not gonna work for you. But as soon as you hack, you debuff the monster or the enemy, and it allows you to essentially shoot them as hard as you can. And let me tell you, the level of impact that hacking system has, or that your shooting has when the enemy is hacked, is extremely powerful. It's immense and it's so much fun. Oh my god, I cannot wait. Stupid never dies. All right, Stupid never dies. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is supposed to play like Devil May Cry, or if this is supposed to play like Lollipop Chainsaw. Either way, I am loving the art style of this. Oh my god, this is carrying so much charm. I just hope the gameplay is good. But besides that, I am super looking forward to this, because this is so right down my alley. All right, and for the next one, it's obviously for games that are super down my alley, mechanics and gameplay being the main focus. Phantom Blade Zero. Action RPGs such as Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, Punishing Gray Raven, Ninja Gaiden, any of them. Metal Gear Solid Rising, yeah, you get the list. You know the list. I'm actually speechless. I can't believe that this game is actually finally going to release on my actual birthday, September 9 of this year or next year. Whatever year you're watching this on, whether it's today of the day is being posted, or if it is next year, and most likely you'll be watching this next year, which again, Happy New Year's. But Phantom Blade Zero is an action RPG. It is not a Souls game. It is definitely not a Souls game. I have not gotten the chance to try it, but from everyone that plays it and has tried it, they all say the same thing. It is not a Souls game. It is a straight up action game. It is closer to maybe what Ninja Gaiden 4 is, or what Metal Gear Solid Rising is, but it looks so much like a Souls game from an atmosphere standpoint, which is really awesome, because that's honestly probably what Souls games are at their best. It's their worlds, the world that they've created, their environment. I think it sets a really good atmosphere for its world and its story. This is definitely my most anticipated game of the year. So if I had to put both Phantom Blade Zero and a gacha game with it, it would be Phantom Blade Zero and Azure Promelia. Those two things are the things I'm looking forward to the most in 2026. Hopefully both of these do release this year, and I hope nothing else happens. That's it. That is all the games I wanted to talk about for this video. There is obviously more games that I'm waiting for. Please, by all means, let me know. What games did you start? What games did you want to start? And what games are you looking forward to? Down in the comments below. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like these. Happy New Year's! Thank you for being here with me. If you've been watching my videos, thank you for sticking around. I love you all, and take care of yourselves. Happy New Year's, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.